Happy holidays. Who the fuck is messaging me? But anyways, again, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Those of you who are listening out there. But I want to get to the point of this particular podcast. And that is Tommy Sotomayor versus Tariq Nasheed. When will this beef ever end? Now, many of you who have followed me on YouTube, you will know that I became an active YouTuber around May 2015. So a little more than a year and a half, I've been active on YouTube. Before I posted my first YouTube video, Tommy Sotomayor and Tariq Nasheed were actively going after one another's throats. 19 months down the line, these two African-American men are still going at one another's throats. But the question would be, why? Now, from my understanding is that they both were cordial towards one another. I believe Tariq Nasheed had donated a sum of money to Tommy Sotomayor's Fatherless America project. Tommy Sotomayor had purchased some things from his clothing line. But I believe it was a comment that Tommy Sotomayor said about the Hidden Colors project that's really took Tariq Nasheed by storm. And then all of a sudden, Tommy Sotomayor was crispy. He was a coon. He was all of these things. Now, it's funny that Tariq Nasheed had no problem what Tommy Sotomayor had to say about Black people. He had no problem with what Tommy Sotomayor had to say about Black women. But up until the point where Tommy Sotomayor said something Tariq Nasheed didn't like, all of a sudden, Tommy's a coon. Tommy's a sellout. Tommy's an Uncle Tom. Now, those of you who know me know that I'm not too fond of Tommy Sotomayor. Not for his work. I believe he's an awesome YouTuber. I just think that the motherfucker is a hypocrite. He's a liar. I've had dealings with him on YouTube. Me and him are going back and forth, and I can tell you for a fact, Tommy Sotomayor is a liar. He doesn't mind who he steps on. He doesn't mind embarrassing himself just to get a fucking few views. He doesn't mind putting his family and showing his daughters and doing stupid things to impress people to get Google AdSense money. That is what Tommy Sotomayor is all about. But for the fact that Tariq Nasheed, who is an accomplished filmmaker, an accomplished author, is now stooping to the same level that Tommy Sotomayor stoops to, draws me to think about what we are becoming as Black men. You know, I cannot say I have not had my own vulnerable moments on YouTube. Sure, I've went back and forth with people. But, nigga, at what point do you fucking stop? I mean, I've had my beef with the one called LA, Tommy himself, had some choice words for David Carroll. But if you notice, you know, Hardcore Tito, but it's never no month-long thing. New possibilities, I address them motherfuckers and that's it. And some of those people I can actually do videos with or contact with without having any problems. My issue is, what is it about Tommy Sotomayor and Tariq Nasheed that they can't squash it? Why? Both of them are trying to outdo one another. I mean, that's the whole thing. You know, they're trying to outdo one another. I mean, the real reason is Tariq Nasheed will never be as big as Tommy on YouTube. Tommy will never be as big as Tariq Nasheed is as an author or as a movie director. So now you have two people who really could help one another become better, jealous of one another. Tommy wants to become a documentary filmmaker. Tariq Nasheed is something that he does very well. I believe Tariq Nasheed wants to become a better YouTuber. And the reason why I know this is because I went to Tariq Nasheed's page, and when he had a video of him confronting Tommy, he didn't upload it to Facebook directly, but rather what he did was he uploaded it to YouTube and then tried to get his Facebook fans to share it. Meaning that Tariq Nasheed wants money, he wants views. He's trying to compete on YouTube. And that's where you really have black men. If you look at why black men can't get along, pretty much can look at Tommy and Tariq and you can see why. Black men are very envious of one another. This is a big man's complex of African American men. We don't believe that, hey, you can master that field, I can stay in my lane in this field, and together we can help one another. No, I want to be the biggest YouTuber and I want to be the biggest documentary person. Both. And if you look at Tommy Sotomayor, the people that he gets into it with are always people in fields he can't get into. Tariq Nasheed's one. DJ Vlad, who also has a bigger platform than Tommy Sotomayor, who has done some things off of YouTube. Now Tommy Sotomayor has a problem with DJ Vlad. And if you look at Tommy, he always finds a way to fuck himself up with potential people that can help him. This is the reason why Tommy is stuck on YouTube. With all the money that Tommy has made on YouTube, he would never have even needed the money to say the fatherless American. I mean, Tommy makes a shitload of money on YouTube. With all of that money and all the problems that he has as an egotistical maniac, Tommy cannot successfully do anything off of YouTube. He's pretty much stuck in the misery of YouTube. Everything regarding Tommy Sotomayor has to be drama. I mean, that's where he's put himself at. So when you look at Tommy Sotomayor's channel, you know he's going to be getting into it with somebody like Pharaoh Allah. He's going to be getting into it with some bitch on the fucking street. Tommy, you won't even watch him or listen what he has to say unless it's problems. It's about confrontation. And unfortunately, in the real world, you don't get very far confronting people. I mean, Tommy has that single mother, it bleeds through him. It's very feminine. He cannot work with other men of any race. It doesn't matter who it is. And this is the reason why Tommy is stuck on YouTube. I mean, I think he would need to be able to separate the fact that what I'm doing on YouTube is for show. When it comes time to moving my personal career to something else, you know, I need to leave that there. But Tommy carries his drama wherever he fucking goes. Tariq Nasheed, on the other hand, seems he's a little bit more equipped to deal with that. This is the reason why Tariq Nasheed can be called on Fox. Now, he's been on Fox twice. Kudos to him for doing that. Tommy Sotomayor will never get the Fox. I mean, Tommy Sotomayor just doesn't have the ability to connect those dots like Tariq can. And Tariq Nasheed can do that because Tariq Nasheed is way more mature. He understands business more. Tariq Nasheed is more understanding of how to do things and how to build relationships with people. Now, I think the immaturity of Tariq Nasheed shows only when he's dealing with Tommy Sotomayor. He makes some stupid comments here and there. He makes a lot of stupid ass shit and posts on Twitter. But when it comes to handling business offline, there's no doubt about it. Tariq Nasheed is way more equipped to go more further than Tommy is. He has a way better resume. He's way more established. I honestly think that Tariq Nasheed probably makes more money than Tommy. I mean, I'm pretty more sure that he probably has the better, strongest fan base. But at the same time, I think that Tariq Nasheed sees Tommy Sotomayor as something of a threat. This is the reason why both men keep going after one another. Instead of Tariq realizing, listen, I will never be what Tommy is on YouTube. Instead of Tommy realizing, I will never be what Tariq is off of YouTube. You know, let's squash whatever differences we have and let's do something together. But you know, this is black men for you. Over what? Something fucking petty. Something that typically probably could cost, you know, both of them money, cost both of them a lot of opportunity. And when you look at men of other races, they don't look at it like black men do. I mean, for example, I was in Ukraine, I believe last year. And the Turkish men in Ukraine have really developed a lot of business there. And I even noticed, as Rushd noticed, how they pick up women. They pick up women in groups. And they don't mind if, you know, one dude is successful and the other dudes are not for that night, because they are all about the team effort. But black men are so selfish, and you can see that, as David Carroll said, and you know I have my issue with him, black masculinity is taking a fucking loss right now. I mean, this is the reason why, you know, going forward, I'm not going to go after other African-American YouTubers or black men unless they say something bad about me, because at a certain point, we are looking so stupid. And I have participated in this kind of behavior. I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't, but never to the lengths that Tommy and Tariq Nasheed have. I mean, these are guys who make thousands of dollars a month. These are guys who have tons of fans. These are guys who have worked really hard to build their fan base, and yet what they have to offer their fans is drama. I mean, if you look at Tommy Sotomayor's content, what is it that he has to offer people? I mean, what do you get out of Tommy's content? Do you get something that's beneficial, something that can help you every day? Like, can you watch Tommy's video and say, I learned something today? And don't get me wrong, Tommy has that ability. He's not a dumb guy, neither is Tariq. But when you are beefing with people, when your fans are looking for the next Tariq Nasheed diss video or the next Tommy Sotomayor diss video, I mean, you do your fans a disservice. We have so many problems that could be addressed, you know, that we face as men in general, and what we're talking about is bullshit. And I mean, you have people like Dave Ramsey. I mean, you have other YouTubers who are always trying to solve problems for their audience. Their content is not revolved around bitch-made ass drama. It's revolving around solutions for their audience. You have this problem, this is how you fix it. There is absolutely no value in Tommy Sotomayor's content. There is no value in Tariq Nasheed's content. None. None. And what's sad is both guys are very capable of delivering that content, but they're doing their subscribers a big disservice with this bullshit. And like I said, I would expect this from, like, you know, lower IQ YouTubers or YouTubers who don't have, you know, anything to offer. But these are guys who have something to offer. Guys who have a lot of life experience. Guys who are at least 40. I know for a fact Tariq Nasheed's 40 or above. I mean, these are not 20-year-old guys here. These are grown men. And once again, this is the best of black men that we have to offer. I mean, these are our black community leaders. I mean, well, not Tommy, but Tariq Nasheed. I mean, you're on Fox debating Tariq Nasheed debating Tucker Carlson as if you are representing the black community. And then when they see somebody like you calling another black man crispy, how can anybody take Tariq Nasheed serious? You just can't take somebody like him serious. He is an asshole. He is immature in this way. But his body of work is exceptional. You know, I cannot knock him for his books he's written. I cannot knock him for the things he's done. I mean, obviously, those things take hard work. And also Tommy. I mean, he's been shut down several times. He doesn't have anything outside of YouTube yet. But certainly, both men are doing a disservice to themselves. They're doing a disservice to themselves and to the fans who watch them. So at the end of the day, both men lose. And as David Carroll said, black masculinity loses. I just wanted to get this off my chest real quick. I'll come back on my other channel. I'm trying to do a vlogcast over here every day. So for those of you who are listening, thanks for listening. I'll see you guys later. And as you know, the buffoonery, it remains at an all-time high. I'm out.